Hello, boys and girls. Welcome back to 5th grade social studies. I am your tour guide, Mr. Herring. Today we will be discussing landforms and bodies of water specific to the United States, but also exist elsewhere in the world. So as I read this article, I'll be highlighting the text, and then periodically I will stop and break away and either highlight or circle that landform on this map so you can see exactly what the article is talking about. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. If I look at this map here, I see a large variety of landforms. We have an island down here, an island, you can't hardly see it. We have the sea, we have a gulf, we have a tributary, we have a lake, a plain, a mountain range that's real long, a set of mountains, a peninsula, a bay, a cape, a mouth, a valley, a source, a plain, lots and lots of different types of landforms, and we will discuss each and every one of them. So follow along as I read, and then I will try to break and highlight when I need to. Okay, so using geographic terms for water and landforms. Geographic terms or names help us describe different landforms and bodies of water. You already know that most of Earth's water is in the four oceans. A smaller body of salt water is called a sea. And if I look up here on this picture, a sea is right here, maybe better in a different color. This is a sea, the Mediterranean Sea, the Caspian Sea, the Red Sea. All of those are very, very large bodies of water, but they're not an ocean and usually not connected to the ocean. They are surrounded by land. All right. Um, Sometimes part of a sea or an ocean cuts into a mass of land. A body of water like this is called a gulf. An example is the Gulf of Mexico near the southeastern part of the United States. Well, here is a gulf, and of course in the United States we have the Gulf of Mexico. And if you look at this, it has land on three sides. If this was a rectangular shape, a gulf has land on three sides. A bay is similar to a gulf, but usually it is smaller and has a wide opening to the sea. A body of fresh water that is surrounded by land is called a lake. So if we look back here, notice that a bay is a smaller gulf. It's a real small gulf. And then a lake is even smaller than that and is completely surrounded by land. Water also flows in rivers. A river has a source, where the river begins. It also has a mouth, where the river empties into a large body of water like an ocean or a lake. A smaller stream that feeds into rivers is called a tributary. Now here we'll talk about all the types of rivers. So up here we have the source, and this river leads into the mouth in this larger body of water. So here we have the mouth and the source. And then this river dumps into the lake, and then this river dumps into the lake, and that tributary, this is a tributary. Remember what it said about a tributary. A smaller stream that feeds into a river is called a tributary. So this little stream right here feeds into this lake, it's a tributary. And the source of this stream would be up here in the mountain range somewhere, as well as this one. All right. The major types of landforms are mountains and plains. Mountains usually have steep sides and rise at least 2,000 feet above sea level. A row of connected mountains is called a mountain range. Plains are land that is mostly flat with few trees. A couple things to cover there. A mountain range, we have several in the United States. Appalachian Mountains, Rocky Mountains. These are mountains, and a lot of the mountains together make up a mountain range. Then we have a plain, which is a very, very flat surface. And notice, if you looked at a glass of water and the tip of the water, top of the water, the flat surface would be sea level. That's where everything is flat. And then anything, that's how we measure above sea level. So anything above that flat water would measure up. And mountain ranges are at least 2,000 feet above sea level. You can see other landforms in the illustration above. A cape is an extension of land jutting out into the water that is usually smaller and thinner than a peninsula. A peninsula is surrounded by water on 3 sides. So a cape and a peninsula are very similar. The only difference is one is really skinny. Here's my cape over here, it's very skinny. And a peninsula is kind of fat. They're both surrounded by 3 sides of water. Okay. Florida is a good example of a very large peninsula in the United States. An island is completely surrounded by water. And of course, the island is down here. This is our island, completely surrounded by water. A valley is a low area between ranges of mountains or hills. And a valley is up here. Here's my hills, here's my mountains, and in between them is a valley. And a delta is formed when soil is deposited at the mouth of a river. It is usually shaped like a triangle. And we have a very, very popular delta in the United States. This is my delta. If this was the United States, this would be the Mississippi River, and it dumps into the Mississippi Delta. It's in Louisiana. I'm sorry, the Mississippi River dumps into the Delta, and it's in Louisiana. And as the river rushes into this Gulf water, it drops soil, and that soil creates little land masses, and it gives you the shape of a triangle kind of shape. A triangle. It's a delta. All right? So if you want to go back and rewind it and watch it again, feel free to do so. Make sure you watch the other lessons in Active Classroom, and then you will be ready to take the assessment about landforms and bodies of water. Hey guys, enjoyed it. Have a great day. We'll see you later.